Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer Stay. That's little Rose back there, and this is Coloring Bliss. Today we're going to celebrate Valentine's Day. We're going to color a Valentine's page, and we're going to use these right here. These are metallic outline markers. I used to have some of these when I was really young, back in the 80s and 90s. And they were so much fun, one of my most favorite type of markers. So when I saw them come up, when I was shopping around on Amazon, I had to have them. They're so nostalgic, and I can't wait to see if I can actually color with them. I think they're made mainly for outlining and lettering, but I want to try coloring with them. So let's get started. Alright, first off, before we get started, we need to swatch these markers and see how they look on both white and black paper. I'm really curious. So let me get my swatch books and let's test these beautiful markers. Here I have two different swatch books. This is my favorite one right here. It's called Swatch Bliss, and it has 60 swatch squares per page. Hopefully you can see that. This one's been printed on black paper, so I can test different products on the black paper. It's really a lot of fun. You can have this type of swatch book printed at our Coloring Bliss print shop on different papers, so come and check that out. This one here is a different swatch book. I don't use it quite as often, but it has its place. We call it Volume 2, and what you do is you swatch in sets. So you come and you find, if you've got a 24-piece color pencil set, you would come to a 24-page and swatch them there. This set here only has 16 pens, so 24 is our closest possible. So that's what I'll be using here. Okay, just a second, Jennifer, before you start swatching, I wanted to show you the packaging of the box here. It's a 1mm fine tip pen, and they came with 5 postcards in here. I'll show you that. This is how you activate the markers. So you do the shaking and then the pressing to get the ink down to the nib. I've already done that, so that should save us some time. And let's see, they also show that they have different marker tips that you can choose from. But mine is just the 1.0mm fine tip. Let me show you what they look like. This is the pen right here. This one has silver on it, so we know it is a silvery type finish. And that's what the nib looks like. And then just for fun, I'll show you the postcards that they've included here. I believe they're just blank, but yeah, nice blank postcards so you can draw on them and do something cute to send to somebody. Okay, and there's some more of their products by Artistro. Very good. Okay, so when you look at the pens, get them all out here, there we go. You get 2 bodies for each type of metallic, and the way they color out, let me show you right here how they color out. So there's a yellow, but there's 2 yellows. One that will shine silver and one that will shine gold. Let me see if I can get it to hit the light just right. There's a purple, pink, green, dark blue, light blue, red, and black. And they all have a beautiful shine. Ah, there we go. Now we're getting the shine. The silver seems to catch the light a little bit better than the gold. But let's see what they look like in a swatching situation. Oh, and they also came with a couple spare nibs, which I thought was really nice of them to do as well. Okay, and if you can see, one of each of these is silver and one is gold. I think you can see that. This is the silver and this is the gold. Can you tell the difference? It's really hard. All right, let's swatch. Before getting started with the swatching, I decided to make things a little easier for myself, and I went through and I marked with some very thin black and white washi tape which ones were the silver pens, just so that I can identify them faster. Now, as you watch this beautiful ink swatch out onto the paper, I wanted to ask you a question and have you comment below the video. Did you have these pens or markers, whatever you want to call them, when you were younger? Do you remember them from your youth? If so, comment about it below. I'd love to hear what you did with these pens when you were younger. Now as I swatch the purple, I wanted to slow down and let you watch how the ink lays out onto the paper. Notice how the color comes down first and then the metallic part comes up and into the ink. It's so pretty to watch, and it brings back so many memories of writing things with these types of pens when I was younger. All the swatching is done, and I'm a little surprised. I thought they would play out way better on black. I knew how they played out on white because I'd played around with them a little bit, but on black they are just looking like silver and gold pens. Let me show you if I bring it up closer here and move it in the light. It still has a really nice metallic shine, if I can catch that in the light. Keep trying. There's a little bit of the shine, a little bit of it there. It's hard to catch on the black paper, but as you can see, they don't look green or blue or purple. They just look silver and gold. Okay, so we know we don't want to color on black paper. That's a given. And now let's take a look. Look how much better the metallic is paying off on the white. And when you look up close with them, you can see the blue outline or the red outline, pink, orange, purple. Really fun and pretty. The dots especially are really good, and the lines. When you color in a big group like this, it all kind of becomes one big silver blob with the orange around it. So I need to keep that in mind as I plan out my coloring page. Now, speaking of coloring page, I'm going to make the page I color today available to you as a limited time free download so that you can celebrate Valentine's Day along with me. Maybe you have some specialty markers like I do that you'd like to give a try on this page. Now, before we start coloring, I did want to mention how much these cost. I got mine on Amazon for $22 for the 16 pens, so that's about $1.38 per pen. I don't know if that's a really good price, or if there's less expensive versions out there that work better than these, or maybe there's more expensive versions that work even better. Comment below, have you bought these before? Did you like the brand you got? I'll put a link to this particular brand in the video description in case you want to purchase them. But now it's time to color, and let me show you the book I'm going to be working in. At Coloring Bliss, we have a book called Valentine's Bliss. It's a really fun little book that you can have printed on various types of paper: black, tan, white, marker paper, color pencil paper. There's a lot of options. This one I happen to have is printed on marker paper, which is perfect for these pens. It's a nice, thick, smooth paper so that it doesn't hurt the nibs of your markers and pens. Now let me show you inside. I've done some coloring in the past in here, and I'm going to choose one that I think will really highlight the way these pens work. I think I'll do this one. It's a fun, simple mandala. We can use the different silvers and golds and colors in here and get some cool effects, especially where small lines seem to work better. So I may not color inside these hearts. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I'm just going to have fun and play around, and let's see what I can create. Well, these pens are failing me big time, and the child inside of me is just really disappointed. I had visions of these subtle colors and the gold flashing and the silver flashing, and it's just not working, and they just don't want to flow, any of them. I've been shaking them, I've been tapping them up and down to get the ink to flow down to the nib, and none of it is helping. So I think these pens are going to be more of a doodling, lettering tool, like I said earlier, than a coloring tool, although they really should be working better than this. I'm hoping all of you have tried a brand that maybe works better, and you can mention that brand below so I can try this again. But this is no fun. It's squeaky, it's not flowing correctly. I am not having fun. The gold is inconsistent, so I'm going to call this a coloring failure. Not my fail, the markers have failed me. It is just not fun. I guess I could finish at least the outer edge. Okay, I will do that. I will finish doing all these hearts, and then we will come back and weep together for the failure that these pens have been as a coloring tool. Well, I did it. I finished the hearts at least on this, and it could be so good. Look at the flash of metallic. Why does it have to not flow correctly? I'm really devastated by this. I had really high hopes for what this was going to do. But this is still a download for you to come and get it so that you can try and color, and maybe yours will turn out better than mine. I'm puzzled. They swatched beautifully, so I will just, I guess, use them just for doodling in my sketchbooks. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you all have a happy Valentine's Day and a wonderful, colorful, blissful day. Bye-bye, everyone.